Have you ever found yourself replaying the same moment over and over again in your mind long after it has already happened? Have you ever tried to fall asleep, but your thoughts keep spinning like a wheel you can't turn off? Maybe you start worrying about a conversation from earlier. Maybe you start imagining problems that haven't even happened yet. Maybe you start asking yourself, what if I made the wrong choice? What if tomorrow goes badly? What if I'm missing something important? Overthinking can make even the smallest situation feel heavy. It drains your energy. It steals your peace. And it can turn your mind into a place that never truly rests. But here's something empowering. Overthinking is not a personality trait. It's a mental habit, and habits can change. Today, we're re-exploring powerful mindset shifts that help quiet overthinking and bring you back to a place of clarity, balance, and inner calm. So take a slow breath, settle into this moment, and let your mind open gently to a new way of thinking. Mindset shift number 1. Thoughts are not facts. Many of us grow up believing that if a thought feels real, it must be real. But psychology shows that most thoughts are shaped by fear, memory, past experiences, or future worries, not reality. When you start treating your thoughts as possible stories instead of unquestionable truth, overthinking begins to lose its grip. When a stressful thought appears, ask yourself, is this a fact or just a feeling? Do I have real evidence? Or am I guessing based on fear? This single shift moves you from emotional thinking into objective clarity. Thoughts can pass. They don't have to stay. They don't have to define what is real. Mindset shift number 2. Not every problem needs an immediate solution. Overthinkers often believe they must solve everything right now. But your mind becomes loudest when it's pressured, before it has enough information. Some problems resolve themselves with time. Some become clearer after rest. Some disappear once you gain new perspective. Give your mind space. Let solutions come naturally instead of forcing them. Clarity often arrives when you stop demanding it. Mindset shift number 3. Control what you can. Release what you can't. Overthinking thrives when you try to control outcomes that were never yours to control. Other people's reactions, unexpected events, the future, or the past. Break your thoughts into 2 categories. What I can control and what I can't. If something falls into the second category, loosen your grip. Not because it doesn't matter, but because carrying it won't change anything. Your peace depends on knowing where your responsibility ends. Mindset shift number 4. Being busy in your mind is not the same as being productive. Overthinking tricks you into believing that constant mental activity equals progress. But there's a huge difference between thinking and circling in the same loop. One moves you forward, the other keeps you exhausted. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or just keeping me stuck? Most of the time, the answer becomes clear the moment you slow down enough to hear it. Your mind does not need endless activity, it needs direction. Mindset shift number 5. Perfection is the enemy of peace. A lot of overthinking is rooted in the desire to be perfect. The perfect plan, the perfect decision, the perfect outcome. But chasing perfection keeps your mind in a constant state of tension. It makes you replay mistakes. It stops you from moving on. It inflates every detail until nothing feels good enough. Replace perfection with progress. Replace fear with curiosity. Replace judgment with compassion. When you stop demanding flawlessness, your mind finally takes a breath. Mindset shift number 6. I choose what deserves my energy. Overthinkers often give every little thing unlimited mental space. Every comment, every worry, every possibility. But not everything deserves a replay. Not everything deserves a deep analysis. Not everything deserves your emotional investment. Your attention is a form of currency, one you need to spend wisely when you choose what matters and let the rest pass. Your mind naturally becomes calmer, sharper, and more focused. Mindset shift number 7. Peace exists only in the present moment. Overthinking usually lives into places. The past. What should I have done? Or the future. What if something goes wrong? But peace exists only right here. In this breath. In this moment. In what you can touch, feel, and see right now. When you gently bring your awareness back to the present, overthinking begins to dissolve. Not because the world changes, but because your focus does. A quiet mind isn't empty. It's anchored. And finally, mindset shift number 8. It's okay not to have all the answers yet. Many people overthink because uncertainty makes them uncomfortable. They want to predict everything, control everything, prepare for everything. But not knowing is a natural part of life. It doesn't make you unprepared. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't mean disaster is coming. When you accept that uncertainty is normal, your mind stops fighting reality, and the noise begins to fade. Sometimes the most peaceful mindset is simply, I'll deal with things as they come. So let me ask you, which mindset shift felt the most meaningful for you today? Which one made you pause? Which one helped you breathe a little easier? And which shift will you practice this week? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Your reflection might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If this video brought you clarity, calmness, or a bit of peace, I invite you to stay with us on this journey. Every week, we explore emotional balance, self-discipline, inner strength, and the psychology of a calmer life. If that's something you'd like to grow with, feel free to subscribe and join our community. Thank you for spending this time here. Take a deep breath and carry this calm with you into the rest of your day.